The new National Stadium is expected to be officially opened on Saturday, February 25th, featuring perhaps one of the largest shows put on in the country with a nearly $600,000 budget. The high price tag has drawn some criticism, which the Culture Minister Charles Maynard responded to. He spoke with our Clint Watson.
The reality is that this is an investment and it's going to be money well spent in pursuit of making sure that the stadium pays off on behalf of the Bahamian people.
Youth, Sports and Culture Minister Charles Maynard says the grand opening of the National Stadium is more than just an opening, but it will test the capabilities of the stadium, something that's important in order to attract major international events to the facility.
In pursuit of the Sports Tourism Initiative, to make sure that we could prove to our international partners like the IAAF and FIFA that we're able to have a significant event. And so it's really an investment rather than just a open expenditure.
Now, the nearly $600,000 price tag for the opening of the National Stadium includes equipment and services that will become permanent.
The stadium, in accordance to the agreement with the Chinese, came as basically an empty shell. And so many things we had to purchase to make it usable, and that's included in the budget as well. And so it's not all one-off costs. Some of it will serve us going into the future.
Minister Maynard, in comparing the cost of the opening with other openings at international events, argued that it's not considered high or exorbitant.
If you look at the records, the opening ceremonies for the Bahamas Games was $200,000 plus, and that was 10 years ago. And so, you know, it costs. It's a significant cost related to those kind of events. And if you look at big international events, like, for example, the opening of the Olympic Games in Beijing costs millions and millions of dollars. And so, you know, this is a silly season, so I expect people to come up with things that they figure would cause some emotion in the population.
Former Sports Minister Neville Wizzle went on record criticizing the government for spending this money to, in his words, throw a party when Bahamians are hurting and need help. But Minister Maynard says Bahamians are the ones benefiting from the event.
Most of the money spent on the opening of the stadium stays in the local economy. We're using local vendors. We have a cast of over 1,000 people, for example. And so it's money injected into the economy.
Now, the opening ceremony is expected to be a spectacular event showcasing the best in Bahamian talent. It takes place on Saturday, February 25th. You want to make sure you have the best seat in the house. At the National Stadium, Clint Watson, ZNS News.